Hi, I'm Martha, a children's librarian at the New Haven Free Public Library. I'm here to invite you to get on the pollinator pathway. Whoa, so if you have a garden or some potted flowers outside and they're purple or yellow, blue or white, chances are they're being visited by bees. No, wait, that's a good thing. It's a great thing, in fact. Bees are the major pollinators of flowering plants. All our flowers, flowering trees, and vegetables depend on bees in order for them to make seeds and fruits to keep on multiplying. Bees are hairy. When they visit a flowering plant to collect nectar, some pollen from the stamen, the male part of the flower, sticks to the hairs of their bodies. When they visit the next flower, some of this pollen is rubbed off on the stigma, the female part of the flower. This fertilizes the plant and causes it to produce seeds and fruit. On top of that, bees make honey, which is just amazing. My friend Kim is a beekeeper. She's going to let us take a look at her hives.
So before you open the hive, you give them some smoke. And people say different things about this, but one thing that I've been told is that if they think their hive is on fire, the smoke tells them that they fill their bellies with honey in case they have to fly away. That's their food, and that makes them kind of sluggish and sleepy and less likely to sting me. My bee outfit, my netting and my gloves all help me to be protected in case a bee wants to sting me. They can't get through this, so I'm protected. And there's about, when we put the bees in here a couple of weeks ago, there were about 3,000 bees, but probably there's closer to 10,000 bees in here now. See, there's bees. They haven't built that frame yet, so you can see that's what the frames look like before they've started building on them. And in any hive, there's one queen. Her job to lay eggs. And all the rest of the 10,000 bees take care of the eggs.
So what's going on in that hive? There's the queen bee, she's the biggest. There are drones and there are worker bees. There's only one queen bee. The queen bee lays the eggs. She can lay up to 1,500 per day. Without the queen bee, the hive dies. Drones are male bees. Their only job is to mate with the queen, which of course is very important so the hives can keep reproducing. After that, they've got it made in the shade. Then there are the worker bees. They're female. They do everything else. They collect nectar, pollinate flowers, tend and feed larvae, and take care of the honeycomb. No wonder they're called workers. 6-sided cells make up the honeycomb. The cells hold eggs, larvae, and honey. Bees have honey sacs on their bodies where they store nectar until they can bring it back to the hive. They chew it and then drop it into the honeycomb cells. Then they fan their wings over the cells to dry the nectar and change it to honey. Some of it feeds the queen, some of it feeds the larvae, some of it is extra. That's the stuff we eat.
So you can see in the middle it's darker, and that's brood, that's eggs. And then in the lighter, kind of over in these two corners, that's honey. And so they have honey around their eggs so that they can eat and they can feed their babies. And this looks like a really healthy hive, and it's kind of heavy because of everything that's in there. All right.
Not all of us will be beekeepers like my friend Miss Kim, but we can all do our part to be sure that bees have plenty of nectar available. What can you do to help bees? Plant flowers. Remember, bees love purple, white, yellow, and blue. Even dandelions, clovers in your grass, and red oak flowers are great for bees. Your yard can be a stopover for bees on the pollinator pathway. If you really want to be a friend of bees, you can register your garden as a pollinator pathway. Plant native plants. Get rid of invasives, plants that don't naturally grow here and take over from other plants. Don't use pesticides or herbicides on your lawn. Give bees a break. Here are some great books about bees that you can get if you come on down to the New Haven Public Library. Thanks for stopping by.